Why does it look like that? Okay, so
And
we're live.
we are live.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have started the live with why does it look like that? We're getting all the cameras set up.
All right, screw your shirt back.
Okay.
Welcome. It is August, and we are ready to Vino Vent. It's been a doozy of a summer, but our kids go back to school this coming week, which means we can officially get back on track with Vino Vent for the fall and winter season, which is exciting.
That is exciting. I love a routine.
So why don't we do our usual and do a roll call?
A roll call. Okay. I seem flustered, but like I was prepared for this like 30 minutes ago. We had the camera set up and everything. I'm good. Okay. So welcome to Vino Vent. Let's, like PJ said, do a little roll call. Hello to Clinton and Amanda and Andrew and Sabna and Tony and Ted and Quincy and Thomas and Aranda and Lane and Sean, Dylan, Liam. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Rick and Ryan. Hello, everybody. And Randy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Vino Vent. Happy Sunday. Or at least it's Sunday here.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Why don't we start off with a cheers?
Let's do it.
Okay. So whether you are drinking Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, maybe a Sauvignon Blanc, maybe a beer. I don't know. Maybe you like beer. Maybe you like Shirley Temple. Maybe you like Sprite or just plain water. Cheers to you.
Cheers, and cheers. Welcome.
We made it through the week. You stopped saying that, and I miss whenever you used to say that.
I'm getting distracted because our kids are supposed to be in bed and they are not.
They're definitely not.
So wait 1 second.
Yeah, we put them to bed. They go to bed at, every night at 7:30. And so that was 30 minutes ago, and they are still not asleep. Hi, Mariah. How about a vodka? Edwin asks. Yes. Rick is drinking ice cold milk. Okay. Why not? Yeah. Guys, can you hear us okay? Someone said they couldn't hear us before. Oh, Drew likes White Russians. Hi, Uncle Nick over on TikTok. Guys, we have not done Vino Vent in over a month, which we'll get into why we have not been doing Vino Vent, but it feels so good to be back and getting back on a routine. Okay, good. Everyone's saying the sound is good. Ted, our kids are so excited for the school year, and we are too. I'm just gonna say that. Here we go. Kentucky Kara said, my wife and I are in kitchen renovation hell. That's awful. Been there. Been there, done that.
Okay, so let's catch up. The last time that we did Vino Vent was before we went to our beach shack.
Okay.
So we have a lot to catch up on. We went to the beach shack. We ended up staying like half of a month, I think like 17 days, which was really nice. We own this tiny little 1940s wooden shack, and we renovated it. We bought it in 2022 and we renovated it, and we got to spend a lot of time down there this summer. So we were down there. We have a few friends that live close by that we got to visit with, which was nice.
Oh my gosh. We need to talk about that too.
Our days down there are just so simple.
Mm-hmm.
We wake up, we have coffee, we put sunscreen on, and we go to the beach, and we do some work from the shack. Yeah, it's a very simple life, and we really enjoy our time down there.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good to be back home. We came home on Wednesday of last week, and it feels good to be home and to get back on a routine. We didn't work out at all down there. It's nice to get back in the gym.
That part was rough.
We ate crap the entire time we were there. So it's kind of nice to be back and like trying to eat better than what we were down there.
That's true. Yeah. We haven't quite figured out the food situation yet because we just got a working stove, but we don't have anything to cook on the stove yet.
Yeah.
We brought some pots and pans with us, but.
Oh
my goodness. Are you reading TikTok?
Yeah, read it.
Anna Sophia said, Young House Love led me to y'all. Love the content. Fellow Tennessean here.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. So, okay, let's talk about Young House Love. Hopefully they're not watching. But so Young House Love, I don't know if you guys have, if any of you are like old school blog readers, Young House Love has a blog and they started way back in 2007. I used to read them every day.
Thomas has told me about John and Sherry for years.
Oh my gosh.
Years and years and years. He has all their books. So we were like big fans before getting to meet them. And the reason why we met them was because of our other friends, Vern and Craig. Vern was on the show Trading Spaces back in the day. I was obsessed with him back then and have been obsessed with him for years. But he has, so he's an interior designer, has amazing work. And so we met them first, and then we met John and Sherry through them. Yeah. And well, yeah, I'll let you finish.
I mean, yeah, pretty much it. It's just crazy. Like, I don't know, seeing Vern on Trading Spaces, which was a huge show on TLC. Hi, Drew. It's been a while.
Hey there.
Like seeing Vern on TV and then getting to meet him in person is kind of surreal. And like reading John and Sherry's blog for over a decade and then getting to like hang out in the kitchen and share drinks with them. Like it's a very fascinating and fun time every time we get together down there. So yeah, we got to hang out with them, and they're just as sweet, all of them, in real life as they are on TV and on the internet.
We did, Vern and Craig hosted us at their house in Rosemary Beach, which is on 30A. And they had like a bonfire on the beach, and we did pizza and drinks and s'mores for the kids. And it was such a lovely evening.
It was. If you want to read the full thing or read all about it, you can, I wrote about it in the newest issue of our newsletter. If you go to pjandthomas.substack.com, you can read all about it and see all the photos.
And then last night was my high school reunion. I wasn't planning on going because I didn't know for sure when we were going to be back from the beach. But then we got back, and the committee that put it on extended that you could buy tickets at the reunion. And so myself, Thomas, and my high school girlfriend, who is also one of my good friends, and my best friend, Julia, all went to the reunion. And it was a lot of fun. It was it was our 20-year reunion. At our 10-year reunion, it had a good turnout. I would say maybe
over 100,
probably around 100 the first on the 10-year. On this one, it was probably only about 40 people, but it was still a lot of fun. They had good food, and but yeah, it was my 20-year reunion, which was insane. It's crazy how quickly time goes by. But
someone over on YouTube said, I saw that it was your 20-year reunion. Were you popular in high school? Were you out?
I was not out. I was dating Crystal, who I went to the reunion with last night. If you go to, I think our stories have expired. We kind of on Instagram yesterday and last night, there's probably still a few photos on there.
Yeah, there should still be some on there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it was my 20-year reunion. I was not out in high school. I wouldn't say that I was popular, but I hung out with I hung out with everyone, but I hung out with some of the like popular kids. I was nominated for prom king, and so was my girlfriend. My girlfriend Crystal won. I did not win, but that would have been funny if we both won.
I know, it would have been a match made in closeted heaven.
Yeah,
people probably would have not assumed that you were gay after that.
Yeah, I was surprised by the fact that not that many people came last night.
I know.
But yeah, it was still a lot of fun. I will most likely go to the next one. I think they're going to plan a 25-year in 5 years, and I'll probably go to that. But yeah, a lot of fun. 20 years. It's insane. Crazy. Graduated in 2004, and a lot of people were messaging us about having their reunion this year also.
Oh, that's fun. Seattle Surfer said, when you go out, who watches the kids? Either moms? Yes. Our moms watch our children. Last night, PJ's mom.
Oh, that was another big thing. We should talk about that, but maybe wait till later because we get heated.
Yeah. Okay. Cheryl over on YouTube said, coming up on my 40th reunion, time flies. Oh my gosh, it really does. Oh, Amanda on YouTube said, Thomas, I hope your mom is doing well. Thanks, Amanda. She is doing well. She stopped by tonight. And she is doing great. My mom fell and broke her femur a couple months ago, and she's in recovery, so she's doing well.
Hello, Tristan. Welcome.
Hi, Tristan.
And I don't know if is the House of Dragon. He was asking if the House of Dragon finale is tonight.
No, he said it's.
Oh, it is tonight. Okay.
We have still not wait, how's it already the finale? It just came out. We still have not watched season 2 yet. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Someone oh, thanks VM over on TikTok. Tristan over on TikTok said, what do we think of Taylor looking a little out of it and exhausted at her shows?
Ooh, I haven't seen that. Is it on?
Same.
Maybe it's on. I'll have to catch up on that. I have not seen that. Ooh, speaking of music,
What?
I just saw that Shawn Mendes has a new song coming out on August the 8th. I used to be a huge Shawn Mendes fan.
Yeah.
Back when he was on YouTube, and I'm excited to hear. He did a little sneak peek of the song, and it sounds like it's going to be really good. So
it does sound like it's going to be good. Okay. I had no idea. Oh, wait, real quick. Axel said, who's PJ and who's Thomas? So yeah. I'm PJ.
You're just going to confuse everyone. I am PJ, and that is Thomas.
That's right. I'm Thomas. No, I have not heard that about Taylor getting. Hi, Chris and Jacob over on Instagram.
Hey, guys.
I have not heard her or seen her getting tired. Wait, explain this to me. So, is she looking just lethargic, like she's not giving it her all? I honest to God cannot imagine doing that show for 3 hours for almost 2 years and still looking like I'm giving it my all. Kudos to her for making it this long, honestly.
Kaylin asked, who is older? I am older. I'm 38 and Thomas is 33. Do you guys like Japanese food? We love Japanese food. We eat it probably once a week.
Mm-hmm. Truly. Junior Sanchez said, Thomas, are you tired of the 70 versions of the same song from Taylor? Does she need to take a break?
It's Timothy Paul Jasper.
I don't think Taylor needs to take a break. I'm not really tired of all the versions because I don't listen to all of them. However, just last night or 2 nights ago, I listened to the acoustic version of Antihero, and I loved it. I never listened to it before. So, someone on Instagram said, do you have your love story published somewhere? We do, actually. If you go to our blog, pjandthomas.com, there's a bunch of old blog posts where I've written about our first night we ever spent together. I write about our coming out. We also have a bunch of YouTube videos about those subjects. So yeah, we do have our stories published here and there. Do you watch the Olympic Games? Oh my gosh, yeah, you guys, the Olympics are going on. I watched them this morning. Our oldest son and I sat on the couch this morning and watched Djokovic and Alcaraz play, but we didn't get to see the ending. And we thought for sure that the 21-year-old was going to beat the 38-year-old or 37-year-old. And sure enough, Djokovic won his first gold medal, which was really exciting.
Okay. Dane, thank you for watching.
Hi, Dane.
And then where did it go? Okay, so Aiden over on Instagram said, what do you guys think about Chapel Roan? We love her. We were playing her today in the house. And Drew over on Instagram asked if we had separate Instagram channels. We do have separate Instagram channels, and they're linked on our feed. Ages, I'm 38. Thomas is 33. Is the beach shack out of the hurricane path? Ooh, I don't know. I haven't. So what happens whenever I hear about a hurricane, I immediately stop listening because unfortunately we live too far away to even get down there quick enough to do anything about it. So I hope that we're not in the hurricane path. We're in West Panama City Beach. So they get hit by hurricanes quite a bit. So there's a chance that it might be in the path. I don't know.
I hope so.
You hope so that it is or isn't?
It's out of the path.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked what we do for our main career jobs. Kind of this. Social media has randomly turned into our full-time job. I don't know if you would have asked us 10 years ago if we ever would have said that. We didn't even know you could really make money off of it, let alone support a family. But yeah, social media is our full-time job.
Let's see. Any recommendations of how to redecorate a spare bedroom for minimal cost? We kind of talked about this on one of our Vino Vents before.
Oh, we did?
Refreshing a room at a minimal cost. And it would be the easiest thing with the biggest transformation would be paint. So you can paint a room. That really changes the vibe of it. If you have a little bit more money, you can change the flooring out. You can add trim work to the windows and doors. That would kind of change the feel of it.
Yeah.
You could add decorative columns to the ceiling. You could add crown molding. But if you're wanting to save as much cost, I'd say paint and then maybe like new bedding.
But and then furniture shop off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is a great asset when you're looking for nice furniture, but cheap furniture.
Yeah.
Or inexpensive furniture, I should say. Because actually you can find really good quality furniture on Facebook Marketplace, and usually people are trying to get rid of it. And I never pay the list price. I always get the price down. So like if it's $500, offer them $400 or start lower.
Someone asked what our favorite book is. I don't know if this is my favorite book, but it's the most recent one that I just finished. And I'm so late to the party, I know, but I just finished The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. My sister-in-law, Mariah, if you're watching, thanks for the recommendation. And my sister, Sydney, that you both recommended it. It was so good. I highly recommend that book. Loved it.
Carolyn Ellis over on YouTube asked if Holiday House is ready to move in yet. So for those of you that don't know what Holiday House is, we have a farm that's about 30 minutes or 20 minutes away from where we live right now. And we have a farmhouse on there that we have been renovating for 4 years. It started out as like a mini renovation. And then halfway into that, we realized that we really enjoy being out there. So we wanted to do a bigger renovations. So we ended up gutting everything, including parts of the rooms that we had just renovated. And then we did an addition, and it has been a nightmare. It's taken so long. In the process of renovating that house, we have bought and renovated 3 other homes, or maybe even 4. And it's kind of like Holiday House has always been on the back burner because like all the other houses that we bought were either like the Beach Shack or Thomas's mom's house and my mom's house. And then we bought a flip house that we bought we were going to turn it into an Airbnb, but it was called Getaway House. But then we decided that we didn't have enough time to manage it and we didn't want to like sub that out. So we sold it. Anyways, to answer your question, Holiday House is less than a week away from being able to be moved into. We will not have internet because that's a whole nother story. It's been a nightmare to get internet out there. The house originally had internet, but because we demoed everything, we took the internet down. And then instead of keeping our utility lines from the road, the house that's like 600 feet from the road, we wanted to bury them so that you didn't see them. And so we ripped out all the utility poles, including the internet cables, and we buried the electric to the house. Well, now that we did that, we're going to have to pay $2,600 to have new internet cables ran from the road to the house. But it's not like a simple process. And I just found out this week that it's going to be anywhere from 90 to 120 days before they can do that. And we're going to have to pay $2,600. Not the best.
Worst case scenario.
It seems like everything that could go wrong on this renovation has, and that's okay. But we can at least move in like a week. We're waiting for the final electrical inspection. And then once that's done, we can put furniture in the house.
Type Ryan over on TikTok. I'm so ready to be in that house. Like, so excited.
Oh, Sapna brought up another thing. So Sapna said, Dixie will love having you out there when it's finally done. Dixie has decided that she is moving back to Chattanooga. And she actually already did that. She moved at the beginning of the summer. And so I've been taking care of the animals, and then when we're out of town, she comes back and stays. But she wanted to spend more time with her family, and I totally get that. So she has went home.
Hello, Stephen and David on Instagram.
Hey guys.
Someone asked the color of our kitchen cabinets. Are these white dove? I mean Dover white.
These are Dover white.
Or are they white dove? No, our trim.
No, white dove. These are white dove.
So our kitchen cabinets behind us are white dove by Benjamin Moore. Yeah.
Stephen and David, you need to plan a trip down. It's been too long.
I was like, what are you talking about? Been too long? They've never been here, but they have been here.
How is Josie? Josie's doing great. She has her summer coat, and she got it while we were in Florida, and it is so cute on her. It's like normally her hair is really long, and it's like really short now, and she looks really good.
White dove, Rob. They said white dove or dove white.
So white dove.
It's white dove because there is another color called dove white, but I don't think it's Benjamin Moore.
It's not the same.
Yeah. And then someone asked if the kids are excited to start school. They are. They're actually really excited to start school. Luckily, they're all at the ages where they love school right now, and they like look forward to it. And they like, our daughter has been counting down the days, like every single night. She's like, now 3 more days, 2 more days. And she actually got mad at me upstairs because I think she got it in her head that she was starting tomorrow. And I told her it's actually Tuesday. And she got angry with me. And I was like, don't get angry at me. Get angry at your principal or whoever.
Did Max and Andre reach out to you about adoption? I don't think so. Max and Andre.
I don't know.
Jim said, PJ, can you hire a farmhand? I think that is ultimately the goal. We'll probably do that. We're throwing around the idea of maybe making Holiday House our primary house. And if that happens and we're actually out there all the time, I really enjoy taking care of the animals. But it would be nice having somebody out there full time, like what Dixie was.
Amanda said Benjamin Moore is no more.
Oh, really?
Well, no, like, what do you mean by that? I don't know what she means by that. I think it's still around. I hope. Hopefully. Okay, so what else has happened?
One big thing that has happened, I guess it's time to pull that Band-Aid off, is Biden stepped down in the time that we were gone from going live on Vino Vent, and Kamala has stepped up to the plate. Obviously, we don't talk a lot about politics, but we obviously want to protect our family. And one candidate and his vice president nominee has said that marriage should be between a man and a woman. Obviously, we're not going to vote for that. So we are 100% behind Kamala, and we are very excited about her running. And so, yeah, we'll be voting for her.
Absolutely. So excited. It really feels like the whole time, the last like 2 weeks we've been saying, it really feels like there is like a palpable energy that is back in the Democratic Party. And you can just feel it. It's like alive. We're excited. Yeah, we're just so excited for this.
I was not excited when Biden was running.
No,
but thank you for the heart over on TikTok. But yeah, I'm super excited. Thomas, we're both like so down with this.
Salim over on Instagram said Kamala is very popular here in Paris. That's cool. Oh my gosh, you're in Paris for the Olympics. That's so exciting.
Fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Why? He said, "Oh, why not Trump?"
I'm tired of voting. And he said that if he wins this election, we won't ever have to vote again. See, it's like, yes, exactly. Like that kind of dictatorship rhetoric that Trump throws around all the time is just like mind boggling. And I'm like, if you vote for him, and make it make sense. Make that make sense. Anyways,
Carolyn, we do not see the excitement in our town because our town is in Tennessee and it's in the South, and it's just not. They're not gonna go for that, but
Yeah.
we will.
Liam said, if you want to get involved in the campaign, let me know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Anything we can do to help.
Our friends Vern and Craig are talking about doing a fundraiser down in Atlanta, and said if they did, that they would invite us, which would be so cool.
Yeah.
We would definitely do that. Yeah.
Murray said Trump is physically and mentally unfit.
Somebody asked if we have ever visited France, and we have a couple of times. Pablo said, can y'all do some cooking videos?
Yep. You didn't answer.
Oh,
sure.
sorry.
Yes. I know. Sorry. We're like reading. It's every time we, which we don't do it often, like PJ said, but bring up politics, we get a lot of interesting comments and they're like all over the place. So it's kind of fun to read some of the comments on the screen.
So Walt asked if we would have voted for Biden if he didn't drop out of the race. Yes, we would have.
Yeah.
Like I said, one party is not for, they're for marriage being between a man and a woman, and one party is like supportive of us. So obviously we're going to support the one that is supportive of our family. Like,
yeah,
everyone talked about, like, I don't know.
Basically, we've had the opportunity to vote for Trump 2 times, and this year will be 3 times in the last 10 years. And we will never, ever, ever vote for Donald Trump for president. He is quite possibly the worst candidate. He's consistently ranked as one of the worst presidents in the history of America. And so, yeah, we won't be voting for him. Never, ever, ever.
One thing I cannot wait for, and I don't think it's going to happen because he is scared, is Trump and Kamala doing
A debate.
Yeah. I would love to see that. And I feel like it would be a great example of like what to expect. But unfortunately, I don't think Trump will do that because he is scared of her and has already said that he won't debate her.
It's very telling that everyone around him eventually turns against him. Even his own VP, up until a couple of months ago, was saying he was a never Trumper.
Oh, wait, a debate was just confirmed today.
Oh, good.
For real?
I hope so. And it's just like, I mean, his old VP, Mike Pence, is against him. It's like everyone in his inner circle eventually turns against Donald Trump, and that's telling. And for the people defending him, I would love to hear your stance on that, or what you think is the reason for like literally everyone turning against him. Everyone. People from his former cabinet are turning against him. And it's like, I don't understand how you can vote for someone like that. His morals are horrible. His rhetoric is terrible. He's a bully. I mean, I could just go on and on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even saying that Biden was the choice to be the president, but he was certainly better than Trump was. I don't know. I really hope Donald Trump doesn't win. I really hope he doesn't. Oh, anyways.
Okay, what's next on the agenda?
Yeah. What else?
Lisa Hoffer. Hey, girl. Okay, so what are we?
Well, real quick, Andrew over on TikTok said thoughts on the book, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So we kind of touched on this earlier. I just finished The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo at the beach, a great beach read. One of my favorite books in recent memory. I would love for them to turn it into a movie. I know the name that people are throwing around to play Evelyn Hugo is Ana de Armas. I would love for her to play Evelyn Hugo. I think she's perfect for that role. It was such a good book. Loved it.
Somebody else said that the thank you for the heart over on TikTok. Somebody said that the debate actually has not been confirmed yet. It's still up in the air.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, something exciting that came out while in the last 2 weeks. We the Washington Post did a feature on our family and about foster care and adoption. It's under their inspired life section on the Washington Post. Even if you're not like a paying subscriber, I think that you can still read it. So if you want to read about like our adoption story and a little bit of behind the scenes of our family, you can go to the Washington Post and read that. And also, as of today, we also have a Newsweek article that just came out, also about our family and adoption. They interviewed us, Newsweek did, and that just came out today. So you can check both of those out, Newsweek and Washington Post. Super exciting. We love shining a light on foster care. What else? We talked about that. We talked about, how about we talk about what we're watching?
So we finished The Boys while we were in Florida. We're watching the show with Jake Gyllenhaal. What is it called?
Presumed Innocent. Yep.
I am not that into it, but I'm kind of into it. I'm watching it still, which is all I can give you.
Okay, something has shifted in the last year and a half with PJ. Like, we used to watch stuff.
Oh, Sarah, we'll get to that one.
We used to watch stuff all the time, and like, even if it wasn't good, but it was still like entertaining to watch, we'd finish it and we'd watch it. But over the last year, and we're one of those couples that watches things together 95% of the time. Anytime we watch TV, we just do it together on the couch at the end of the night. It's wonderful. It's my favorite part of the day. But something has shifted with PJ, and if he doesn't absolutely love it, he will not finish it. We've started so many shows lately that you don't finish, and I have to finish alone.
Goodnight, Sean. Yeah, I have to really be into a show in order to finish it, which brings up a show that I did really enjoy and I did finish. Sarah over on TikTok brought this one up, and it's called Generation V.
Or is it just Gen V?
Gen V, yeah. Gen V. And it is a spinoff of The Boys. We both really love The Boys. It is very graphic. It is very gruesome, and very adult. So if you're watching it, make sure your kids are not around. But The Boys was really good. Gen V was very similar, except it's it's a younger generation. They're like college age kids, but we binged that and watched it. A show that we're really excited about that's going to be coming out soon is
The Umbrella Academy, the last season of The Umbrella Academy, which is so sad. That was like one of the shows that when did it come out? It came out before the pandemic.
I don't remember.
I think it came out before the pandemic, and we loved it, and I'm sad that it's coming to an end. Oh, Heartstopper season 3 is coming out. So, okay, Heartstopper, that's another one. We watched season 1, loved it, and you didn't watch season 2. You weren't interested.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And what else are we watching?
Well, hold on. Someone talked about it. Oh, I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Jason. That's so sweet over on Instagram. Luciano over on TikTok said controversial opinion. I didn't care for Heartstopper.
Yeah, I was kind of into the first season, and then I didn't like it anymore.
I loved Heartstopper. I thought it was so cute and so sweet. I love the soundtrack. Oh my gosh, the soundtrack to season 1 is amazing. Someone said Emily in Paris is coming out.
Bryce, I used to watch The Walking Dead, and I made it through, I don't know, 5 or 6 seasons of it, and then I lost interest.
Ooh, Sarah said we're watching the Good Girls Guide to Murder. Bless you. But Josh is working today, so I can't watch without him. Okay, is it good? Because I was seeing the promos for that coming out, and it looked really good.
Thank you for that follow over on TikTok.
I feel like I just saw something. Oh, someone asked if we watched Killing Eve. So that was another show. We watched season 1.
Hey, Rick, over on TikTok.
And then I've been watching season 2, 3, and 4 by myself on the treadmill at the gym whenever I go. So, yeah. True Detective season 4, Philip. That's another one that we started, and PJ didn't want to finish it with Jodie Foster.
Hi from Port Douglas, Australia. Welcome, Simon.
I want to know why those people were frozen in the ice on True Detective.
Oh,
You don't want to know?
You can watch that one without me.
I like watching
stuff. Oh, another movie that we watched, and we actually did this while we were in Florida, and we did it with the kids, and it was Inside Out 2.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend that show, especially if you have kids. Even if you don't have kids,
if you don't have kids,
it's a cute. You need to watch the first one, Inside Out, and then watch the second one. Really cute show. I cried, I laughed, and it's a cartoon.
It is so good because they also, so in the second one, Riley, she's the main character. She's in the first one, and in this one, she's like going through puberty, and so she's getting older. So like new emotions are introduced, and they are like adult emotions, so like anxiety, envy, and a couple others, nostalgia. And so yeah, it's like it's a universal movie that everyone can get on board with.
Ryan over on YouTube said, "Did you guys like Barbie?" We both really did like Barbie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We watched it again, and it was really good.
Simon, we have not been to Australia. We were invited to come to Australia with Qantas, and it was during the fires that you guys were having back in like 2020. And we decided that it wasn't a good time to travel. And then right after we turned it down, the pandemic happened. So unfortunately, we have not been, but hopefully one day we do. I don't know how I'm ever going to make it that far because the flight there from where we live would be like 26 hours of it. And I don't know, like a travel day of 26 hours seems insane.
Yeah. It seems like a lot to get there. And everyone that we've talked to is like, you have to go for like 2 or 3 weeks to make it worth it.
I'm going to have to probably be at retirement age. We can't be working. I can't envision that we could do it with the farm. So it'll probably be a while before we go. I don't know.
Yeah. Our son really wants to go to Australia to look at their giant spiders.
He wants to live there. That's all he's ever said.
Yeah. It's far away.
How do you handle issues or problems that arise? That's a good question. I feel like that's been something that we have worked on throughout our relationship. I used to be really bad at communication. I would say I'm not great at communication, but I'm way better than what I used to be. Communication is key when dealing with problems, especially if it's between the two of you.
And like sometimes you just have to put your pride and ego aside and just say you're sorry, admit that you're wrong, or even if you don't feel wrong in the moment, like just talk it out. I mean, it's like it's not one of those things where it's like we have this covered, we're good for the rest of our lives because we know how to handle situations. It's like no, problems still arise all the time, and then you just deal with them when they come up in that moment.
Good night, Dylan.
Good night, Moon, and good night, Dylan. Yeah, and then you just, but I feel like we've been together for 14 years, so like after a while, certain things don't feel like life or death. After you've been together for so long, are you reading that comment?
Theodore on TikTok thinks that the connection between the two looks depressing.
I'm assuming he means us too, because there's no one else in the room. I think I'm just tired. Which is crazy because I had coffee earlier.
Well, Theodore, we've been together for 14 years, so.
I know. It's just not to say that we're boring.
Yeah, we're definitely boring, but we enjoy being boring.
I know. Yeah, we enjoy, what is the word? Vanilla. Maybe we're vanilla, but you know, I feel like in my early 20s, being called vanilla would.
Well, Theodore also said the top could go for younger, but Theodore, who is the top?
Right. Jewel said, I feel like your kitchen is my dream. I love our kitchen. Thanks, Jewel. I do love our kitchen. It feels very warm and cozy and lived in, and that's like my dream. But being called vanilla 10 years ago or 15 years ago or whatever would have like destroyed me. But like as we're getting older, I love being vanilla.
Ooh, Lena's gonna bite the bullet and get Disney Plus
Oh yeah.
to watch. What is it?
Yes, I can't wait to watch Agatha All Along.
Is it out yet or no?
I don't think it's out yet, but I think it's a
Okay.
weird name for a show. I get it. It's like, oh, is Agatha All Along? But I'm like, was there a better name for that show? I don't know.
Victor over on TikTok said, have you guys ever split up and came back together? That's a great question. So 4 years into our relationship, Thomas and I broke up, and Thomas, I had just bought a house with the intention of Thomas like moving in with me, but Thomas's brother, Taylor, Mariah's on here, his wife, hi Mariah, had just built a house. And so we broke up. Thomas moved in with his brother, and we were separated for about 4 months. We both dated other people. I mean, it was like a real breakup. And then I begged Thomas back the entire time. And then 4 months later, we got back together. And then shortly after that, we got engaged, and we have been together ever since. So yeah, we did break up. It was very tough. But I think it was definitely something that we both needed to go through. But yeah, so it did happen. We do have a very old YouTube video that talks about the breakup, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And it was a long time ago, so it's very cringy to watch for us now, but
we've gotten better, I promise. Don't judge us off of that.
If you want to watch it, you can.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Mariah, which is our sister-in-law, just said Thomas is partially responsible for why the house looks amazing, so thanks for your sacrifice.
Yeah, we broke up so that your house could be cute. Oh, yeah. So, what else?
Hey, Sally, welcome to Vino Vent.
Okay, Ryan said, are you more excited for Reputation, Taylor's version, or a debut Taylor's version? Definitely Reputation. Taylor Swift, the debut, is my least favorite album by her. I feel like that's kind of like a unanimous opinion. I don't know. I don't resonate with almost any of the songs on there. And I just think all of her other albums are so much better.
Hey guys, really quickly, especially those of you on YouTube, Amanda is going to be doing a job interview for the first time in like 10 years. And she asked everyone to wish her luck. So good luck. You're going to do great.
Good luck, Amanda.
Yes, you'll be fine. You're going to do great. Just walk in with confidence and you will be great.
That's sweet. Simon has to go. Bye, Simon.
Amanda, everyone is wishing you good luck from Instagram and TikTok also.
That's sweet. Oh, yeah. Oh, even Mariah. Good luck, Amanda. Oh, my gosh. So sweet.
How did we meet? So we originally met at a mutual friend's get-together. And then at that time, I was in a relationship. A year later, we reconnected over Facebook. And then we spent the night together the next night. We slept in separate beds, and we have been together basically ever since.
Yeah, I wrote a blog post years ago about the first night that we ever spent together, and I'll link it here in a few weeks. It was a really magical night.
Yeah. Greetings from Mexico. Welcome to Vino Vent. Thanks for joining.
Graham pointed out that our pestle and mortars are going 2 different directions in the background. That's because we actually use them. And so like whenever we're finished, we literally just put them up there and we don't think about them.
Greetings from Switzerland. It was not a random Grindr hookup.
I doubt Grindr was Grindr even out in 2010.
We got together in 2010, and I don't think it was around.
I doubt it was even out. That was like pre-apps.
I live in Knoxville, thinking about moving more south to a small town. Pros and cons of Cleveland. Okay, that's from Jeremiah over on TikTok. let me tell you why Cleveland works for us. It would not, I don't think it's going to work for a lot of people. This is why it works. It works because my mom lives 2 streets that way, and Thomas's mom lives 4 streets that way. And we're very close with both of our moms. Thomas has siblings that live in Chattanooga who we're also really close with. And the reason why Cleveland works for us is because we enjoy being with our family as much as possible. And we really don't even get to spend that much time with them. But if we lived somewhere else, we would never see them. And we like to see them. We want them to be a part of our kids' lives. And that's really important for us. Here are some pros that would work for you. Living in a small town is cheaper. And so we like to travel. By living in a small town, we can travel easier because we're not spending so much money on like our mortgage and like just the expenses of living in our town. Like restaurants are fairly cheap. There's a couple of nice restaurants here. And then like if we want to go to like a nicer sit down restaurant, we can go to like Chattanooga. Atlanta is only like an hour and a half away. And then Knoxville is like an hour away. And so there's bigger cities close by that we can get that like big city feel if we need it. I would say, so cost of living is good. Driving places is nice. Traffic is not that bad. And family.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything? Cons would be like, because we're gay, we're not as accepted in our community. There's not a ton of similar like family dynamics to what we have. Another con would be that our kids go to a school and they are probably the only kids that have same-sex parents, which is really hard. We just started experiencing some bullying with the other kids in our oldest son's classroom. And so he's getting at an age where I think like this year's even going to be worse than last year. So that's kind of scary. And definitely a con. Like if we lived in a bigger city, we wouldn't be the only same-sex family at the school. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I don't know. We always toss around the idea of like what would it be like if we did move away, because we live in the same town that we grew up in, so we've literally been here our entire lives. We've never moved. We actually live in the house that I grew up in. I've only not lived in this house for 8 years of my life. And so it's like we have such deep roots here in this community that I don't know what it would look like if we ever left or if we moved somewhere more liberal or progressive. But I daydream about it a lot.
Another reason for me to not want to move is that would it be easier on our family if we lived in a bigger city? Yes. Would it be easy? Like it'd be an easier transition for the kids with school. However, like if families like ours always move out of the small town that we're from, that small town is never going to change. And so like us just being here and like talking to people and being comfortable with talking to people and telling people that we're married and that we have been, and that like talk about our relationship. Like some people have never even met like a same-sex couple. And so especially where we live.
Right. That's what I was about to say, especially in these small towns.
So I think that's so important. And it seems like a lot, especially after the pandemic, it seemed like a lot more people kind of moved out of bigger cities, which I think has helped. But yeah, I think for me, that's another reason why it's kind of important to stick around so that like if closed-minded people are never having to deal or talk to people like us, they're never going to change their mind. And so there's that.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, we've talked about that. It's a big reason for staying.
Thank you for the follow over on TikTok. What are we listening to?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so something we're listening to that, I mean, it wasn't a big album. Like I looked at the record sales of this album, and they were not big, especially the first week. I think it only sold like 18,000 copies its first week when it came out. Is Sabrina Carpenter, Emails I Can't Send Forward or whatever.
Hi Barry, thanks for joining tonight.
Such a good album. I mean, we're late to the Sabrina Carpenter party. I think her short and sweet album that's coming out next month or this month is like her 5th or 6th studio album, which is crazy. But we listened to her last album that was released in 2022, Emails I Can't Send Forward. Every single song is a banger. Like there are literally no skips on that entire album. That was like the soundtrack to our time at the beach. That's all we listened to the whole time we were down there. Very, very good album. Rhonda said, I'm late to that party too. Yeah, I mean, like, she's been here. Like, she's been around for 10 years. She's been releasing albums. And it's like she's finally getting her breakthrough. And it's so well deserved. Mariah, my sister-in-law, loves it too. She said, I'm working late because I'm a singer. That's right. So good. Someone on TikTok said, who's more lenient when it comes to disciplining your children?
That was, yeah, a good question. So in the beginning, I was the strict parent.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas was more lenient. However, I feel like we're both equally, we expect the same.
Yes.
So, which is good. The kids know what to expect from both of us. I would say if we had to say who's more lenient, it would be Thomas, but we are very similar. We're both pretty strict. Thank you for the cowboy hat over on TikTok.
Neither of us, if you're getting it, like neither of us let our kids kind of like run the show or walk all over us. We're both very much like in control at all times.
I watched a video recently about parenting that I really enjoyed. I wanted to show you, but I didn't. But it talked about like how there are definitely different family dynamics, and it can be like you're a parent driven family, you can be a child driven family, or you can be a family driven family. I feel like I would like to be able to say that we're like a family driven family, but I still feel like we need more work to that, because I think our issue sometimes could be that because we work from home and because of the type of work we do, we sometimes get in the rhythm of like, well, this is due and this is due and this is due. We have to do this, this, and this. So, but I would like to say that we're like a family driven family, but I do think that we could probably work on that to be more family driven and less parent work driven. But, yeah.
I want to watch that video. That sounds so fascinating.
I will never be able to find it now, but.
Well, we can probably Google it.
Yeah.
Like parent driven, child driven, family driven families.
Like some families let the kids run the show and everything is about the kids. So like, and then some families are like strictly about like parent focused and.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I think focus was what like child focused families, parent focused families, family focused families. But I would like to be able to say that we're a family focused family.
Yeah.
But I do think that sometimes work becomes an issue, as it probably does for a lot of families. But
yeah. Well, I mean, it's especially because we, like you said, work from home.
Yeah, that makes
kind of like you have to, because if you're not careful, you could end up working until 9 or 10 p.m. And at a certain point, you have to stop and be like, okay, focus on the family. Like, it's family mode now. It's a constant struggle. Ryan over on TikTok said, love the PCB area, but next time you guys need to try out Rosemary.
So we're 10 minutes from Rosemary.
Yeah, we go to Rosemary all the time. We ate at, well, we got ice cream there a couple of weeks ago at Kilwins, which is so yummy. And then our friends Vern and Craig own a house there, and we had dinner with them the other night on the beach. It was so fun. Oh, Pierce said he's from Rosemary. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay, so someone said, what is Rosemary? So you can explain.
Okay, so Rosemary is on a stretch of highway that they refer to as 30A. I don't know if it's really a highway or if it's just more like a road, but it was a development that started like 20 or 30 years ago. And they kind of like built this little luxury, I don't even know community. So it has like restaurants, it has a post office, it has shopping, like retail, it has like books, like a bookstore, and like tennis courts and workout facilities. and they have different types. They have really big, like mansion style homes down to like little studio apartment condos that are like over the shops, and they have a lot of green space, like park area.
It feels like you're in another country when you're there. It's so dreamy.
It's very European.
Very European. Mariah, my sister-in-law, said Pescado, which is
Very
one of the restaurants.
expensive.
It's so expensive, but it's so good. Someone else, Pierce, said you guys need to try George's in Alice Beach.
We've eaten there.
We've eaten there.
I wasn't a big fan when I went.
Right. We ate there maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, and the food was very bland. And so we've never been back. But like surely in 8 years, it's gotten better.
Okay, so
We have been to the Red Bar, by the way. Someone asked if we've been to the Red Bar in Grayton Beach.
we went to it before it burnt down and
Yeah.
have not been since they built it back. So someone on TikTok said, is Rosemary like Seaside, a planned theme community? So yes, Rosemary is exactly like Seaside, and it's maybe 20 minutes from Seaside.
Mhm.
So there's on 30A, you have Rosemary Beach, you have Alice Beach, and then you have in between that you have Seacrest, and then further down 30A you have Seaside, which is famously known for the movie The Truman Show.
Yeah.
If you watch that show, they filmed that movie in Seaside.
If you watch that show, they filmed that movie.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm feeling the Vino Vent.
Sorry, I loved that. Okay, real quick, guys. We're gonna switch.
Oh, Jared said I own a house in Seagrove.
Oh, nice. I know. I'm like, I've had too much vino. I need to get closer.
Alistair, I cannot handle you.
Oh, Seattle Coast Dreamer said sending great vibes from Seattle. We love Seattle. We actually, oh my gosh,
I went to Seaside Elementary.
our cat is trying to infiltrate the live.
I went to Seaside Elementary and grew up around the area.
Oh wow,
That was Pierce. That's so cool.
We just got back from Seattle last month. We love Seattle. So like I could live actually talking about moving to other places, I could move to Seattle. Love it.
Do you guys like pineapple pizza? I can eat it. I wouldn't say it's my first choice.
No, I hate pineapple pizza. Amanda over on YouTube said, Thomas, I still hate it when you crack your neck or anything else. Oh, and Ted said Alice Beach, hometown of our favorite kitty. That's right. Bring him on camera for a second.
Yep. So before we bought the little beach house, we used to vacation in the area on 38, and our cat was originally named Alice because we found him at Alice Beach, and
Like, what is happening?
we found out he's a boy, so we named him Alistair.
Yeah, he was found. PJ found him in the rubble of like a $5 million beach house.
Look how handsome he
Oh,
is.
no, he's so cute. He's like, I want to be anywhere else, but that's not true, Alistair, because you always try to get in our lives, and you jump on my back and you jump on my lap.
Oh wait, David said we hate leaving our house in Laguna Beach, but we hire someone to take. So Laguna Beach is like right beside where we have a house, or close to where we have a house.
Pierce said there are so many cats. I mean, truly, every time we go, we see cats, and our kids are like, "Oh my gosh, is that Alistair's brother? Is that Alistair's sister?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, maybe."
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jared agreed. He said, "Oh, that's so sweet. There are so many cats around Seagrove."
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on with the cat community down there. There's a lot of wild cats. Even at our beach house, beach shack, we have. I saw there's a black bobtail cat and then a big fluffy one.
Yeah.
Just watch. Maddie said, "Just watch your How We Met story. I also live in the same small town in Tennessee."
That is so cool.
Oh my gosh, Maddie!
Don't
Wow.
Hi, Maddie. Oh my gosh, message us, Maddie, probably on Instagram so that we can connect. We'd love to connect. Real quick, I want to highlight a comment over on YouTube. I'm not going to pronounce this right, but Rafat said, "What advice would you give to a young gay boy, me, who lives in a very homophobic part of London? I feel suicidal almost every day, knowing I'd most likely be alone since the majority don't accept me here." I would say that I feel like it's very common to feel like that in a small town. And I feel like I want to say, don't feel suicidal, but I can't tell you how to feel, but just know, and I know this is so cheesy and I know it gets said so much, but it does get better as you get older. I promise, if you can just hold on for that long, and you're able to maybe move out or meet new friends or connect with people on the internet, I promise you it gets better. It is very difficult being young and in a homophobic area. We've both been there. That's literally how we grew up. And so it's hard, but I promise you it gets better.
I was in your same situation and attempted when I was 14. And had that happened, I would have never had the life that I have now. And I just, it gets so much better. So just like hang in there, because I promise you that one day you're going to look at your life and you're going to be so happy with it. So
amen. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder.
That's the thing. Like you never know what will happen if you do hold on. You could meet the love of your life and spend the rest of your life together.
I see a few people talking about like hotlines to call. We really need to get like you're not the first person that has said that on a Vino Vent before. So you're not the only one. There are tons of hotlines. We really need to get like, let's see, did anybody share a hotline? Call 111. They are staffed 24 hours a day.
Needs to be like a British number. Because
okay.
111 is for England, I think. That's what
111 is for England. Okay. So that hopefully will be a good source for you.
Oh, Sarah is so sweet. She said, "Oh, that hurts my mama heart. There are so many resources that you can reach out to. Please reach out if you need to talk." I will say, Sarah, you are always so sweet and so loving and accepting. Her name pops up on the newsletter all the time. She's right there with us. So yeah, she's definitely. There's so many people I feel like on here on this community that you can talk to also. So take note of the names and reach out to them on other socials if you want to.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I love doing this, because we're committing to every Sunday. This is a place for you guys to connect, not only with us and for us to connect with you, but to connect with each other. Some of you guys have been around since the very beginning, and we thank you guys so much. But we really just want to offer you guys a place to like connect with other people, other like-minded people, and have like a sense of community outside of like your community that you already have.
Yeah.
But this has been great resources for us and for y'all, and we've really enjoyed connecting with you guys. So it is 9, and you guys know we go live for an hour from 8 to 9. It's school season, which is good because that means we will be home on Sundays, which means that we can do Vino Vent. Summer's kind of crazy. I think after this is the second year that we've kind of taken the summer off. I think in the future, at the end of the school year, we're going to kind of commit to that, so that we don't leave you guys hanging. And then at the end of the summer, we'll all come back together for the fall and winter season for us.
AKA the best season.
Well, it's fall and winter for us. I know it's going to be summer and spring for other people. Yeah. Well, not just Australia, but yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your week to spend it with us. We'll be back next Sunday for Vino Vent, but we'll also be posting on all of our social this week. We do have a YouTube video coming soon. I know it's been a while, but we're going to show you guys what part of our beach trip looked like. Oh,
our live TikTok is like, your live is ending soon because you've been going live for too long. All right.
Sorry, TikTok. I don't know if it froze that for you, but it was telling us that we have to end our live anyways. So thank you guys.
Yes.
Enjoy your week. We've all made it through another week.
That's right.
Let's do it day by day.
Hope to see you guys back here next Sunday.
Angel, happy early birthday. Your birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Talk to you soon.